So I'll show you which ones I like, because first of all, I'm going to show you how many I don't like. 9,800. And I'm like Warren Buffett like that. I have a very, very high threshold for quality. You know why? Because it's my wife and son in that lifeboat. That's why. Retail clients are insane. They will throw their family under the bus when it comes to pensions investing or portfolio investing. They will roll the dice like they're in Vegas with no research, no due diligence, and they'll say, we'll just take a punt on that, shall we? See how it works out, because they've been led to believe, because it's never taught at schools, they've been led to believe it's all a gamble anyway. Well, guess what? There are people who actually have that attitude with marriage. You know, well, you never know. Just throw the dice, see what happens. That's how they have it with their investments as well. Okay. I want Croaky, which comes from Goldman Sachs Wealth Management. I stole it from them to be in the top 25% of all companies, because they generate 30% per annum as a group, as a portfolio on average. That's what Goldman Sachs research showed. Not guaranteed. Sometimes people get fixated with that. They almost have a heart attack. I'm sure we've lost a few people as a result of me revealing that. Okay, ideally, I want a bit of momentum, but I'm not, wedded to it. Sortino is really important. Comes from the hedge fund industry. And here's how you tell if your IFA is a Muppet. Ask them what they did in 2022. Did they tell you to hold cash? No, Muppet. Ask them if they know what the Sortino is. No, Muppet. Sortino is a hedge fund industry thing. It's like a consultant. Now, don't you want a consultant teaching you, or do you want a GP? Okay, IFA is GP. It's a multiple choice exam, by the way, with a 60% pass grade. So you can be wrong 40% and you can still be an IFA. And it's multiple choice. What is it? 4 questions. So you got a 25% chance of being right just randomly. If you do the maths with a 60% pass rate and a 25% probability of getting, so a quarter of the questions you're going to get right automatically anyway through random chance, and your pass mark 60%. Think about it. And that's who you're asking to advise you on wealth management. And then they're going to tell you, give it to St. James's Place and shove it into their overvalued, overpriced, guaranteed to fail funds. And why they're guaranteed to fail? Well, Eugene Fayman, Nobel Prize in Economics. Warren Buffett tells you the same. Guaranteed fund managers are going to fail. Why? Well, because they do something I'm telling you not to do. Don't pick from a narrow group of companies and saying, I'll only pick British ones. I'll only pick ones which meet a certain theme. You've got to start off with a massive database so you can filter down. If you can't filter down, it's like saying, I'm going to pick a World Cup winning team, but they're all going to come from Watford. Okay, it's just simple statistics. It's actually quite bloody simple logic. And you don't need an IQ of 120 even for that simple logic. Anyway, none of these at the moment would fit. Doesn't mean they're bad companies. Doesn't mean they'll fall. It just means there's better ones. That's all. It just means there's better ones. And it doesn't mean that the better ones will guaranteed do better than the ones which aren't worse, because Donald Trump might pick a really shitty one and tweet about it because he's got some vested interest in it. And guess what? We don't make as much, but the odds are in our favor if they tick all the boxes. What we're trying to do is not pick wonderful, amazing companies, actually. We're doing that by default. What we're trying to do is, first of all, not pick shitty ones. What we're trying to do is make sure we don't make any mistakes, stupid mistakes, like overvalued companies which aren't growing. Now, if you want to get overvalued companies which aren't growing, which have collapsed 90% because it appeals to some kind of crazy logic of yours or some kind of masochistic desire you have to destroy your pension, or some kind of self-sabotage from childhood trauma, be my guest. This is not what we're doing, though. Okay, if you want to relieve yourself over your pension and destroy your livelihood by trying to say, well, if it's dropped 90%, I'm sure it's bound to go up. You know what happens if a company's dropped 90%? You probably think highly unlikely to go down 95. If it's dropped 90, it's not likely to drop to 95. But actually, of course, it is, as you know. Do you know what the difference between 90 and 95% is? You might think it's 5%. It's not. It's 50%. Do the maths. And if you haven't done the maths and haven't worked that out, I'm worried for you if you're bottom fishing for companies. It's a 50% drop when something's dropped 90% to get to 95. It's not 5%. Like I said, do the maths and you'll be shocked. Okay, I wrote a column on that in the FT and I got so much feedback because people couldn't do the simple maths, including mathematicians sometimes. Premium quality, research. We look at data, not narrative. If you're looking for journalistic data and, as Warren Buffett put it, breathless newsletters, the market's going to go, the market's going to fall, right? You're in the wrong place. It's great for social media. It and selling newsletters. It's shit for your pension.